And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fresh Air Podcast, man. It's Wednesday. We're going to go back to what we used to do with helping you guys out with the ladies. Let's get into it, man.
Let's go.
All right, we're back. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fresh Air Podcast, man. It's Wednesday. We're going to be covering 7 ways to know and or tell and why the ladies flake on you on dates, man. And this is bringing it back, man. You guys, as you guys know, obviously we jump into many different topics, whether it's making money, you know, with running a business. If you have no money, like we did with Andrea Bessie on Monday, ATMs, how to geopolitical talks with what's going on in the world. Getting in shape, bringing on fitness influencers like Mark Lobliner, etc. We went into cryptocurrency,
real estate, Amazon, FBA, all that stuff.
You know, and a part of the reason for that, guys, is because it all stemmed from the dating content that we did first, right? So when we started doing the dating content and giving you guys tips and tricks on how to, whether it's improve your sexual market value or, you know, navigate the current modern dating marketplace, which is very difficult for a lot of guys, we kind of came to a realization that the reason why some of you guys strike out and fail is because you just don't have other things in place. And that's what kind of stemmed the need for, okay, we need to have a Money Mondays, get these guys on point so that when they're going out on dates, they're not freaking out over the bill. Or a lot of these guys aren't in shape, or they're skinny like a twig or fat as hell, and we need to get them in shape so that they have higher sexual market value so they're able to acquire more dates. So we kind of had to realize and say, okay, if we want to improve your dating, we need to improve you first, then we can go back to the, you know, ladies part. So we're bringing it back to old traditional roots here.
And we've all been flaked on before in the past, man. Bills, Mo, Myron, myself. And if you're a guy who dating, it's going to happen to you sooner than later. But the key is not to get mad at it. It's to understand what's happening in real time, to be cool, calm, and collected, and move forward with a game plan.
I would say flaking is by far the #1 reason why so many guys struggle and or are frustrated with dating, is because getting the dates isn't as hard as people think it is. It's actually getting the girl to show up on these dates, which is like really difficult and annoying, because this is a problem that everyone deals with, guys. Whether you're a top tier guy, a celebrity, or you're a dude who's just a regular guy that makes, you know, 30, 50K per year, average guy, like this is something that everyone deals with, man. Trust me, nobody is immune to this stuff, man. The only difference between a guy that's more average or a guy that's higher caliber is, well, number one, you're gonna be dealing with flakes anyway, but you might be able to mitigate the risk of flaking a bit, you know, the higher your sexual market value is. But regardless, everyone has to deal with this, which is why we talk about this all the time. You have to always have leads. You always have to have girls that you're talking to, because if you're not, then you're gonna be suffering, because 1 is none, 2 is 1, 1 is none, and obviously none is none, right? So yeah, I guess I could read some of these chats real quick, and then also quick announcements. CastleClub.tv, guys, okay? A portion of the show is going to be on CastleClub because, just to be very candid with you guys, a big part of the reason why we've, like, gotten in trouble with YouTube and stuff like that is because of these types of shows. These dating shows is a big part of the reason why whenever we get flagged or whatever, these shows almost always get flagged for yellow check mark or getting demonetized or whatever. When we try to reapply for monetization, these episodes end up getting us in trouble. So, to be safe, we're going to do the cleaner stuff in the beginning. And then, and then as we progress a little bit more, we'll obviously go over to CastleClub. And then also during the real show, we'll be toggling between YouTube and Rumble, just to make sure that we're extra safe, guys, because censorship is real, man. It sucks. It's really annoying. This is why we rock with Rumble, guys. I got a Rumble hoodie on right now, which I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But yeah,
it matches you exactly.
It does. It's offensive,
literally. But just to be safe, we're gonna do things that way, of course. And I remember back in the day, we started in the roots of dating. That's what we're here for, and it worked well because we were actually in the game. We're still in the game right now, doing what we do, and it makes sense because if you're in the game dating today, it's gonna happen to you at some point. So we'll get into it today.
And then also, real quick, a lot of things have been going on. As you guys know, Julian Assange got released. You know, pleading guilty, and the debate is tomorrow. So what's going to happen is this, guys. I am going to go ahead and cover the debate here on Fresh or Fit. All right? Tomorrow at 9 p.m., I will be reacting to the debate. We're going to do it on Rumble, though, because you can't do it on YouTube. I will go ahead. You guys are going to be able to. You guys have been asking for a million, especially on my ex. You guys are like, Myron, do more geopolitical stuff, cover politics more, etc. We like your take. Cool. I will be reacting to the debate tomorrow. I might have a guest with me or not, or I might do a solo. Fresh is going to go to Vegas, and he's going to do Access Vegas with Rolo and Sartain. And then I think he has some other interviews lined up over there as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to divide and conquer. I'm going to stay back here in Miami, do the debate for you guys. I was thinking about doing it in Vegas, but I don't think they have the setup for me to properly do it there where we can react and everything else like that. I know at the Sticky Paw studio, we weren't able to like really react to videos. So I said, you know what? Let me not chance it. I'll just stay back. We'll do the debate here, and Fresh will go over there, and you guys will still get after hours. So after I conclude the debate, you guys are going to basically get after hours over there in Vegas with Fresh.
But
and
keep in mind,
is someone else showing up?
Huh?
It's you, Rolo, Sartain. Wasn't there someone else coming or no?
I don't want to say who yet because
all right, never mind.
It's up to them.
Okay.
But so keep in mind, YouTube is going to be having issues because they're going to pretty much like, I want to say, copyright strike people that try to post a debate on YouTube. So everyone and your mom is coming to Rumble, so it's going to be high traffic on Rumble. So keep in mind, it may be a bit laggy sometimes because it's high traffic, but I think Rumble's going to pull through on this because they're going to have people working on it. But keep in mind, it's going to be high traffic on Rumble, so it's going to be a little bit kind of hectic there on Rumble with that stream. Just so you guys know.
Yeah, so that's kind of what it is with that. So we will definitely be live tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the debate, and then 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the after hours. So we'll have a show for you guys on Thursday. I don't think we'll have anything on Friday. It'll be tomorrow on Thursday.
And it's so bad that even Timcast is going to be doing his stream on Rumble only because YouTube's going to probably strike his account.
Yeah. CNN basically warned everybody that if they try to stream the debate that there's going to be problems.
That's
so
crazy,
they went ahead and threatened everybody ahead of time.
That's
well,
crazy.
I mean, CNN don't get views like that. And the other thing too with CNN is, the last time they had a lot of views that I can remember was when they had the town hall meeting with Trump. That was the last time they had a bunch of views. So I'm not surprised, man. But yeah. So and then as you guys know, we're banned on Instagram. So I see someone in the chat saying that we're banned on Instagram. Yeah, we are. Hopefully we'll get it back. I don't know though, man. Like, it's crazy, bro, that we got banned. And then you got people like Diddy and all these other people that do a bunch of bullshit, and they're still on there. Wild.
Well, apparently it's the Matrix. So we'll
The Matrix?
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Any other announcements?
We're doing a discount for members especially.
Guys, so real fast, CastleClub guys, we got a code for you guys for today. Debate 24 is the code.
We were actually at a Rumble office yesterday.
Yes,
and we had to talk
Sarasota.
with Chris about giving it more to our members and non-members, and we got the code Debate 24 for today as well. And it's going to be for like 3 days, right? I believe.
I think 48 to 72 hours.
There you go.
But yeah, we'll pull it up on screen real quick for you guys. So, guys, for the annual membership, right? If you guys go ahead, see annual right now is priced at $315, but if you put in the discount code Debate24, it knocks it down to $250. And as you guys know, and that's for a full year, guys. We gave the code SMART before, and you would be able to get in at $200 when we're running that promo. So we're gonna give you guys another opportunity to get at a discount for a year, by the way, guys, because normally it's $420 for the year. Yeah. And then obviously we do $315 for our annual, and then it would be $250 for the year. Normally it's $35 a month, so you save quite a bit of money by doing this, guys. So $250 for the absolute year. So guys, get in there, while you can. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff on CastleClub. Like I said before, we got chapters in different cities, 13 major cities to be exact right now. Boston, New York, Los Angeles, Miami,
Texas.
Tampa, Florida, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas. We got someone over in Seattle, Washington, and
Working on
Atlanta, Georgia.
Working on Australia. Working on it.
Japan, Honolulu, Hawaii, and Tokyo, Japan, Honolulu, Hawaii. And there's one or two more that I can't remember right now. We don't have anyone in Canada yet. Okay. But we are working on getting you guys a Toronto chapter very soon. And we're creating Telegram groups, which we're going to, so we're going to have a Telegram group that you're going to have to join in, guys. And the general will put you in whatever group whatever city you're in. And we're doing weekly Zoom calls a lot of times. We did a great Zoom call on Monday with Andrew Abessi, answering a bunch of questions, giving you guys a bit more sauce on how to get funding if you want a business. A lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. We go live randomly on there, do it with IRL streams. Like we went live yesterday while we were on Sarasota for a bit, chatting with the people.
Behind the scenes with Chris.
Behind the scenes with Chris.
Rumble
so,
CEO.
So yeah, man, we always we're putting a lot of content over there on CastleClub. A lot of exclusive stuff. A portion of After Hours is there. And at the end of the day, guys, CastleClub is locals, which is Rumble. It's all one platform, okay? If you guys rock with us on CastleClub, you're supporting Rumble, you're supporting free speech, you're supporting the platform. And honestly, guys, in today's day and age, with the way censorship is going, especially in an election year where they're targeting certain voices on the internet, you gotta, you know, it's more important than ever before to support platforms like Rumble and X.
And we appreciate everyone that supported us from the very beginning, that had our back. And honestly, as well, like today's episode is going to be more because we're going to do more detail.
Yeah, actually, you guys on CastleClub requested this.
Yeah.
Fresh did a poll on CastleClub, and this is what they wanted. So with this episode, you know, for all the people that talk shit and say CastleClubs are filled with simps or whatever the fuck you guys want to say,
they made it happen.
They're the ones they're the reasons why you guys are getting this episode, and also they're the reason that you guys are getting a yacht party at a way more discounted price.
Yeah,
we asked them, guys, what do you guys want to do as far as like you guys are okay with pushing the yacht party back and we're able to get you a boat with 350, or do you want to keep it exclusive with only 120? And they said, no, you know what, dude, let's go ahead and do the 350, better price point, get more guys on, etc. And we're cool with that, man. Like, if you rock with us and you support us, we literally listen to what y'all say, man. The problem is that we listen to people that didn't give a fuck about us for a very long time, and you know, it is what it is. Like and we're going to take accountability. Like, we made the decisions at the end of the day. It is what it is. But we got to rock with the people that support us, because we got to give the people that actually support us what they want. And to be honest, a lot of times they vote on your guys' benefit anyway, even the guys that don't support, right, and that hate watch, because we have a lot of hate watchers, surprisingly. But thank you. Welcome, guys. You guys probably came here from A&P or one of these other haters of ours. But
we got quite a few.
Yeah, we do. It's actually incredible.
Oh, there goes Sneeko.
Shout out Sneeko in the house.
W CastleClub.
I might have Sneeko pull up tomorrow when we react to the debate.
Our first meetup, we should have, well, the free meetup for members should be Sneeko there as well. That'd be pretty dope. But today's topic.
Yes.
Flaking.
Yeah.
So first we got to discuss what is flaking. If you're not into dating, into this terminology, what is flaking? Bring that real quick if you don't mind, Bills. So flaking is a term used to describe someone that's unreliable. Someone that says they're going to make a promise with you, either to do a date, a meetup, or even like a occasion, and they don't ever show up. So it says, flaking dating behavior for people
got the definition.
Who are unreliable when making and keeping plans. This includes canceling dates at last minute, being late or completely standing up dates, or saying they will call, text, but never do. And we all have been in that scenario as guys, because we hit up girls, either they don't respond, they say, oh, my cat died, you don't have a cat. Or, for example, hey, my mom is sick, I can't come, whatever. Whatever reason she gives to you, bro, it's a reason that she's flaking on you. And ultimately, as guys, you're like, what do we do at this point? Do we get mad? Do we try to call her out? Or do we play it smart and move accordingly? But we'll cover that today as well on the show. But flaking is definitely a problem for all guys, no matter who you are.
Yeah. And I think people need to also understand that, like, let's say you got like 10 girls that you're talking to, right? Guys, like 7 of them are going to flake. Like, that's just how bad it is. That's just the current dating market. And the reason why people flake so much, guys, or let me be honest, the reason why girls flake so much is you got to understand that we live in a we're going to go some RP 101 here. We live in a deregulated sexual marketplace. What is a deregulated sexual marketplace? A deregulated sexual marketplace, guys, is a marketplace or a dating marketplace where there are no rules anymore, okay? It used to be there was shame, there was religion, there were parents, there were societal standards, there were certain things in place to keep things honest and modest. But those things, what I call the social training wheels, are gone, okay? We live in a world now where, you know, feminism is here, open sexuality is here, liberation is here, and what it's effectively done is it's given all the leverage and power to women when it comes to the dating and mating and courting process. And when you give the power to the female side, well, hypergamy can show its true colors, okay? For centuries, for human centuries, hypergamy has been contained by all the things I mentioned before, the social training wheels I mentioned prior. But now, you live in a world where hypergamy is completely unchecked. And on top of that, you have, how do I say this? You have infrastructures that not only allow hypergamy to flourish, but it allows it to thrive. What do I mean by this? I mean apps like Instagram, apps like Snapchat, dating applications like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, sugar sites like SA or Sugar Daddy Meet, okay? All of these different avenues, okay, allow women to have more options than ever before. It used to be, hell, even a mere 20 to 30 years ago, right? A woman was contained to her own geographic area of the men that she could date, right? If she grew up in Dubuque, Iowa, if she was the hottest girl in town, she would typically go ahead and associate with herself with one of the higher status men in that small little community. But now, fast forward to 2024, right, versus 1994, now that girl has access to not just the men in Dubuque, Iowa, but she has access to men in Los Angeles, California, in New York City, in Miami, Florida, in Dallas or Houston, Texas, because Instagram and dating apps have completely changed the game. And I don't think regular men understand this. And the reason why I know regular men don't understand this is because if you guys truly knew the power of social media, the power of the internet, and how dating apps and Instagram and all these social media applications in general have changed the courting process, you guys would all have professional photos on your Instagrams. You guys would all have a footprint on social media, and you guys would all take way better pictures. But most men are unaware of this. How do I know this? Because most of you guys have shitty dating profiles. Most of you guys don't even use online dating, or if you do, you suck at it. Your Instagram looks like shit. You have awkward pictures of yourself in a bathroom, and you have strange selfies with bad lighting. That's how I know most men are unaware of how the sexual marketplace has completely changed. Now, I know some of you guys say, well, you know what, Myron? I can go ahead and combat this by going out and doing day game or night game, etc. And to that, I would respond, yes, you absolutely can. If you're a charismatic guy, somewhat good looking, and you're able to go ahead and go out there and you got the balls to do cold approach, yes, you can absolutely do some damage. However, cold approach is not going to save you from the deregulated sexual marketplace that we're in, because though you're meeting that girl in person and you're able to create an impact, it does not change the fact that that woman still has hundreds of leads in her phone. She still has hundreds of men talking to her that are offering her all types of shit, whether she acknowledges them or not. Okay? So whether you decide to cold approach or utilize the internet does not change the fact that she still is able to leverage herself in a dating marketplace where you have little to no advantage. Okay? And I don't think guys really understand this shit, because if you understood this stuff, you would understand, damn, okay, I got a cold approach, I got to use dating apps, I got to use social media, I got to magnify myself in all of these different platforms to be able to stand a fucking chance. Okay? And that right there, guys, that whole little explanation that I gave you guys about the deregulated sexual marketplace, that is why we have the epidemic of flaking that we have now, where a lot of you guys go ahead and set shit up with girls and they don't fucking show up. That is why, my friends.
So we tell guys all the time, it's a numbers game. However, women have that times 10. And for them, it's like, okay, guy A has a yacht party, guy B has a dinner party, guy C has a coffee date. Which you're going to choose? And funny story, we have, we're going to say CastleClub, me and Myron texting the same girl, and actually, she was picking up both of us at some point. But it's funny because she texted both of us at the same time about one date. But it's funny because in that moment, she didn't know that we knew that she was texting us. So it's pretty funny, actually.
Which one? Okay.
Spanish girl.
They're all Spanish. Okay, it's fine. We could talk about it
later
on there. Yeah.
Club, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. 7 points we got to do.
Yeah, but we got 7 points that we're going to cover on this. But guys, give me ones in the chat that makes sense to you guys about what a deregulated sexual marketplace is and how it's led to the current environment we have where flaking is so common. Give me ones in the chat, both on Rumble and on YouTube, if that makes sense. Because if you guys don't understand that, then you're not going to understand the root cause of the problem. But that, my friends, is the absolute, obviously I summarized it, right? So I wouldn't go on a whole rant about it. It's deeper than that, but that's a big part of why so many girls are flaky, guys. That is why. Because so many guys, because the thing about the RP, right, is our job isn't just to give you guys tips and tricks to navigate the dating marketplace. It's also to educate you guys as to why you're dealing with the bullshit that you're dealing with. Like so many guys, right, have questions. Why is she doing this? Why is this going on, etc. A lot of guys are just clueless. Like, I don't know why the fuck shit is happening. Like, why did she divorce me? Why did she break up with me? Whatever. And it makes them go mad, right? But if you're able to understand the why, then we could go ahead and start to figure out how to deal with it. But if you don't know the why, it puts you in a situation where you're just trying to bash your head into the wall, like, why is this going on? So that's why we're trying to give you guys answers, and then most importantly, solutions on it. But you got to understand where you stand as far as today's day and age when it comes to modern dating. It's changed significantly, guys. I mean, for all the older guys in here that are in their maybe 40s or 50s, you guys remember a time where there was no social media, there was no internet. Like, I remember, I'm 34, but even I remember this shit. Like, it used to be, if you admitted that you met a girl off Match.com, people would laugh at you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it used to be if you said, "Oh, I'm meeting a girl off of Tinder,"
too.
they used to make fun of you for that. Like, meeting a girl online was like an unorthodox, strange anomaly that would typically be shamed. But nowadays, right? It's one of the most common ways to meet a girl nowadays. It's actually one of the primary ways. When girls get married nowadays, something crazy like I forget. There was a girl I used to know. She was a wedding photographer, and she, when she would do her business, a lot of the times she would ask, "How did you meet your partner?" so that she could take pictures on about certain things, right, to get the best capture pictures. And almost 50% of her clients had met online. I mean, that was in 2019.
Even after hours, answer girls, how'd you guys meet?
Yeah,
Tinder, Bumble, Hinge.
yeah,
It's happening, man.
social media.
Social media age.
Things have
Instagram.
changed drastically, guys. Yeah. Okay, and people just simply aren't. There was another study done on this. Like, people simply aren't going out as much, right? Like, nightlife in general is not
dead.
as popping as it used to be.
It's so dead right now.
It is dead.
Yeah, 100%
You want
dead.
to tell them about that because you're in the club every day.
I think for most people here, especially in Miami, we've been through this so many times, going to the club, going to yachts. The scene itself is dead, and not because of the people that live here, but tourists are not coming here as they would. And summertime is always usually like that gray area, but for the most part, the clubs here are dead. And if you want to talk about fun and being out and about, meeting people, that's one thing, but the club scene here is almost like pretty much like dead. So,
well, I think the pandemic, 2 to 3 years of being locked down, you know, kind of showed people that going out and partying isn't really, you know, and drinking, it's not really it.
bro,
It's a waste of money for men too.
Before the virus, it was super lit. Like, it was crazy before, Rona. But now it's just died down a lot.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of businesses never recovered from after the pandemic, as far as being able to recoup. A lot of nightclubs closed during 2020.
I would argue a lot of athletes keep these clubs up and running. Like the soccer players, NBA players, they be paying the bills. For real.
Oh, like the guys that come in and spend and trick
bottles
off.
of bottles.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just what it is, guys. And as a man, I mean, I've told you guys this before. Like, clubs aren't really where you want to be. Like, every now and then is fine, but going there all the time and spending money and shit like that, like, it's a big L, guys, because it's gonna add up, right? And then there's no way that you're gonna be productive if you're drinking every day. Like, show me someone who, is a functioning alcoholic, and I'll show you someone that isn't successful. Like, it just doesn't work. I don't even think that's possible to be a functioning alcoholic. It's really, you're more of a functioning member of society that's just getting through.
You're getting by.
You're just getting by, but you're not thriving,
So
all
you
right.
got 7 reasons why girls flake.
Yeah, so we'll start with
1
we're
to
gonna
7.
Yeah, or 7 or 1, I guess. Probably count it down.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll start with number 7.
Number 7. That's more for CastleClub. That's more
No,
like
no. I mean, as in count it, like, just number it 7 to 1. But
all right.
But start with 1 on your list. Yes.
Number 7. Define you unattractive. Now, this could mean a number of things, guys. It could mean either you're not good looking at all, your pictures are kind of bad, like Myron said before, bathroom selfies. It's kind of a distasteful picture. Your cap is fitted back. We seen on the show, girls are like, "Oh my God, this guy is cool, but I don't like his pants. I don't like his shirt." It could be a simple one-off thing that's so nonchalant you wouldn't even know, but somebody's unattractive. So she'll be nice to you. She'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll be free this time, and yeah, you're cool." And then last minute, my cat died. That's what happens when she finds unattractive for the most part. And at that point, it's like, what do you do? But again, the first thing that she's gonna see if it's not in person is your Instagram profile. If that shit sucks, man, pictures are bad, low following, shitty pictures, what do you expect? And hopefully she responds to you, right? Because this is assuming that she responds to you and you can invite her on a date. But for the most part, she won't even respond to you. So it's very unattractive at that point, then it's a no-go for sure. But what I will say is you start the ball in the right place. And if it's the in-person meetup, guys, by the way, you can use charm, personality, you can talk to them, do a little bit banter. That can change the whole unattractive look. But if it's just Instagram directly, it's hard to make that change. So you got to come with your best foot forward And understand, the online angle has to be precise and on point. So that means good fits from Zara, H&M. It's simple, guys. Get some nice fitted clothes. Zara's a really good spot. I like it's pretty reasonable, good price. You get a nice tee, some slacks, some shoes, and you pull up. Do a photo shoot, maybe with your friend, a couple photos here. I say 3 to 5 fits. You go out with your friend, get a DSLR camera or a good iPhone camera, do some pictures that way, and post that out. But back from selfies, you with some grainy photos, it's a bad look, man. And look, she won't tell you that you're unattractive. Just say, oh, you know, my cat died. Should have a cat, bro. What the fuck? Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is so a lot of you guys shoot yourselves in the foot before you even get a chance, and it's because you guys have what's called low sexual market value, low SMV. It could be a multitude of different things. It could be you're fat. It could be you're too skinny. It could be your skin is bad. It could be your teeth are dirty. It could be you dress poorly. Right? And I'm not telling you guys to wear designer. You guys know how I feel about designer. It's a big scam. But you got to wear clothing that's fitted. But if the clothing is fitted, that means that you need to be fit. And if you're not fit, then that's a problem, right? If you got titties, your stomach is showing, or hangs over your belt line, like this is all unacceptable, guys. Despite what popular society tells you about having a dad bod or any of this other shit, like it's not gonna, guys. Women will sit there and say, oh, I like a guy with a dad bod, or I don't mind a little bit of chub, or blah, blah, blah. What they don't tell you is you also need to have fucking money if you're going to do that shit, okay? Like, girls will go ahead and acquiesce to you if you have low sexual market value, if your status or your money is able to make up for it. But I want you guys to not just be getting girls off of your money and your status. I want you guys to actually be attractive where the girl wants to hook up with you and finds you arousing. A lot of you guys might be attractive, but are you arousing? You need to ask yourself that question. If you're not arousing, then your sexual market value simply is low. You need to focus on getting yourself to look better, especially in today's day and age where we have a very visual world where women are basing you off of your Instagram, they're basing you off of your dating apps, etc. A lot of you motherfuckers are simply ugly. If I'm going to be honest with y'all, a lot of you guys don't look put together. A lot of you guys look fucking disheveled. Your beard is all fucked up. You look like shit. You smell. Your teeth are dirty. And the thing is that a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about is absolutely in your control. I'm say this one more time for you guys. A lot of the deficiencies that you guys have with the way that you look is absolutely in your fucking control. Guys, when I was growing up, right, I had a really bad acne problem. Bad. I had freckles all on the top of my head growing up. I'll never forget, I got this fucking cream when I was in high school. Really bad acne. I got this cream, and it helped with getting rid of it. So by the time I was 18, 19, it took years to get rid of it, but I got rid of it, right? Then I was very skinny. Started going to the gym, lifting weights. Was able to build a somewhat aesthetic physique, right? Then, as I got older, I noticed, oh man, my teeth are fucking crooked because my bottom teeth were really crooked, guys. You guys see this smile now, right? And you're like, damn, Myron, you got really good teeth over the years. No, they're my real teeth. However, I had to go through the fucking grit and grind of putting on Invisalign. Well, it was Clear Correct back then. And it was painful, guys. Like, it literally hurts to put that shit in your teeth, and then you have to take it out to eat, and it fucking hurts. Right? Did that for about a year and a half. I wore that shit. Right? And every 2 to 3 weeks, they give you new ones to continue to adjust your teeth. Right? Then I got them whitened. Then, as you guys know, as people famously make fun of me for, my hair started getting thin. What did I do? Did I sit there and say, well, I'm just going to go bald and give up? No, I said, fuck that shit. I'll go ahead and do a transplant. Went ahead and did a fucking hair transplant. That was miserable. Cut the back of my head open and shit. I got the I got to find the pictures. I lost them on my other phone. But regardless, cut my fucking head open, blood all over the place. They had to put those grains of hair into the top and the side of my head to bring my hair back, and it was painful. I went, like you guys saw, well, like when I had, if you guys look at some of the old videos with Ken McElroy and Robert Kiyosaki, etc. Watch that episode. Look at how fat my face is. That's because I was in a recovery process. I had just done my surgery like a week or two prior to that, right? And look at how I look. Like, guys, it isn't easy to improve your overall looks. It's fucking painful and takes years. However, I promise you, I absolutely promise you, after it's done and you recover, you're going to be like, damn, this was the best thing I ever did. And a lot of this stuff is in your control. And then going to the gym and training. Guys, it is unacceptable if you're a grown man and you're out of shape in 2024 with all the free information out there. It used to be people didn't really know. Damn, do I lift weights? Do I not? You know, am I going to do the South Beach diet? All these stupid ass fat diets, whatever. People didn't really know. But now we got evidence-backed studies that are empirically reviewed that tell you guys the most optimal way to go through the hypertrophy process and build muscle and burn fat. It's scientific now. It's out there and it's for free. It's literally for free. You guys can look at pre-reviewed fitness journals now and figure this stuff out. It's all there. Hell, on our fitness on our channel, I did a couple of PowerPoint presentations where I talked about how to systematically lose fat and how to systematically build muscle. I go in detail with how to track your calories, how to count your calories, how to figure out your total daily energy expenditures, what maintenance calories is, how to put yourself in a calorie deficit, how to put yourself in a surplus, how much to put yourself in a surplus. I explain all this crap in explicit detail on the stuff. So there's absolutely no excuse for you guys to not max yourself out. Let's say you're an average looking guy, you can absolutely get yourself to at least a fucking 7. You absolutely can by getting in shape and take care of yourself, improving your skin, improving your teeth, getting, if you don't have the best looking face, you can go ahead and grab some facial hair. You don't gotta be a fucking Chad, guys, to be a decently good looking guy to improve your thing. But the problem is that a lot of you guys simply don't want to do the work. That's what it comes down to. You guys don't want to do the fucking work, and then you wonder why girls reject you left and right, etc. You're fucking ugly. Work on it. The beauty with being a man is that you can actually, if you're not the most naturally handsome guy, you can absolutely augment that by other traits, by getting in shape, getting fixing your hair, growing a beard, dressing better, take care of yourself with your skin, your teeth. All these things indicate higher status and make you look better in the process, and it's healthy. You'll feel good. Like it works out for you. It's not like you're doing some crap that's going to affect your health negatively. This is all natural stuff that will make you feel better. So you can say something.
That was a great monologue there. Yo, by the way, can I comment on the dad bod thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was hanging around with some chicks and I asked a question, why do girls like dad bods? I was playing into it, right? And they mentioned, well, for one, the guy has the dad bod, probably has money, because that's they call it a rich gut, right? That's what they say. So that was one of their reasons why a guy with dad bod is attractive. Then two, it's like, if he has that dad bod, I know other girls might not like him. So by default, is two objections that they have up front that are covered because, okay, he won't be with other bitches, one, and then two, he's gonna have money for me. So that's what they think when they say, I like dad bods. That's like the...
Yeah, it's all a lie. It's not true. You know what I mean? And when they say, oh yeah, I like a dad, it's a fucking lie.
It's cap.
And then, whenever a girl likes a guy that has a dad bod, he has something that redeems that significantly. Like, they always like to use Leonardo DiCaprio. Well, guess what? It's fucking Leonardo DiCaprio, who was in Titanic. You know what I mean? Like, of course they're going to say, oh, yeah, I love Leo's dad bod. Yeah, because he's Leonardo DiCaprio. They're not going to like you, though.
100%.
Fucking Tom from, fucking Gainesville, Texas. They don't give a fuck about you, Tom.
Yeah, you're random. And then last thing about being unattractive, right? So this happened actually 2 days ago. I was at a club with some soccer players, and I brought some girls for their table. One girl was like DTF as hell. She's like, yo, I'm here from out of town. I just want to have a good time. Like, where are your friends at? I'm like, oh, they're here. But they all had girls already from before. So I called my buddy over, right? That was at a club as well. And he's like, yeah, she's hot, whatever. They're talking. She came to me and was like, yo, Fresh, I can't do it. I was like, what do you mean you can't do it? Your friend smells. And you know what it was? I think he wasn't wearing deodorant. He had on no deodorant. I'm like, bro, you just ruined it because
simple shit.
No deodorant. And guys, that right there, this tells me, like, guys don't wear deodorant. And I'm like, bro, you just ruined it. But then again, it's like hygiene. Guys are like, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to go out there and be masculine and musky. That shit don't work, bro. Unless you really knows you from before, that shit don't work at all. So, hey, man, put some deodorant on, man. That shit's whack. Okay, number two.
Yeah. So, the reason why we're harping on this, guys, is because it's in your control. Like, it's amazing to me how you guys fumble simple stuff and just think, oh, well, I'm just going to go out there and let wing it. Like, no, man, you have to go out there and maximize your looks. The days of being an average looking guy and getting women, they're fucking gone unless you have some kind of status or money, right? If you're like a regular dude and you ain't a celebrity, you ain't a multimillionaire and you're an average looking guy, you're going to fucking struggle, man. So you have to max out your SMV. You have to max out the things that you can control. You got to max out your fitness. You got to max out your skincare. You got to max out your fucking teeth. You got to max out your fashion, right? And again, I'm not saying spend money on fashion. I'm saying dress well where your physique shows and you look good in the stuff, all right? You could, and then obviously be clean, man. Like simple shit, like you're not wearing deodorant, like that could literally fuck you up.
Bro.
For nothing.
It was bad.
3 seconds.
It was bad.
Do this shit, right? And then bam. But then you waste all this fucking time. You go to the club, you do all this stupid shit. You're trying to get some girls, then you can't get laid because you're fucking because you stink.
What you should do is keep in your car some cologne and deodorant. So whenever you get out of the car for like a club or venue, you just put on right there, head into the venue, you're fresh, smelling good. But put on some deodorant, man. That shit's whack. Number two. this is gonna be, they get turned off before the date even happens. So more often than not, guys are like, should I text a girl before the date? Should I call her before the date? What should I do? Now let's say you set the date in advance, right? Maybe a week in advance, 3 days in advance, doesn't matter. The problem is, guys are like, I'm gonna text a girl to keep her interest up. Text her all day, nonstop probably. How's work? How's your day going? Good to hear from you. And it's all like just general jargon, nothing different, nothing fancy, nothing that stands out. And just kind of like, okay, this guy's cool, whatever, but kind of annoying. And then before you know it, you turn her off because now she's like, wow, this guy's like telling me everything about him. I know about where he works, you know, who he's around. I know what he's into. I'm kind of bored of this guy. And then guess what? It's date time. 7 p.m. You're supposed to meet her out. She says to you, babe, sorry, something came up, babe, I can't make it. And you're like, what happened? Like, it was going so good. We talked every single day. We spoke on the phone, FaceTime. It was lit. And then you're like, damn, this is messed up. But you didn't see what happened throughout that whole period of time. That woman they were talking to lost interest because you made it so apparent that you had free time all the time. And as well, you made her very bored. So up front, guys, it seems good to keep her interest by talking to her through text and phone call, but keep it minimum. I recommend maybe 15 minutes FaceTime call max, and a texting maybe once or twice before the date, but no more than that. Hey, how's your day going? Looking forward to see you on the date. Boom, done. Because what's gonna happen is the more you talk to her, you might turn her off. And listen, guys, I'm not much of a talker myself, so I'm keeping it short, answer questions. But the more you guys talk, bro, if you say the wrong things, like, oh, I'm voting for Trump. What if she likes Biden? Like, you just messed it up. So the point is, guys, the less she knows about you, the better. That's what I would say.
You want to tell them about your dating strategy? What you do?
I will get into that, but just to make it very brief. Actually, CastleClub, I'm gonna get some details, some actual live receipts as well. But to keep it short, guys, what I do is I ask questions. I say, listen, I want to know about you. You're amazing. I love your eyes, but something's telling me about your eyes. There's more to you than just your beautiful eyes. Like, what's behind those eyes? You know, like I just get into that like actual connection, and I listen very well. I would say the biggest thing for guys is they don't listen. They go tell them, okay, yeah, I work here, I do this, and they're like, sorry, say that again. What'd you say? Where do you work? And then she's like, oh, you're not listening at all? Turned off. But if you listen, and you can, I want to say repeat what she said to you before, oh, he's listening to what I'm saying. It goes a long way. That's what I would say.
Yeah, listening is a very important skill. And then also you'll be able to tell things about them because sometimes they snitch on themselves.
Yep.
Yeah, so when it comes to this topic, guys, as far as turning them off before the date even starts, yeah, less is more, guys. You don't want to sit there. A lot of you guys fuck up. You guys will get a girl's number and you'll start texting her good night or good morning. Don't do that shit, man. Don't fucking do that shit ever, okay? Don't sit there and have full conversations with them via text. Don't sit there and call them every day. Like, I would say before you set up the date, like maybe at absolute most, a 10 to 15 minute Zoom call. I said Zoom call, sorry. FaceTime or regular phone call. Here, let her hear your voice, let her hear your tonality, etc. If you and obviously this avoids catfish as well, but that's it. And what that does is it pretty much like it'll help you screen her and then also make sure you can kind of see where she's at. Yep. And then if she says some shit that you don't like, you can just like decide you don't want to hang out with her. Like it also works for you as well, so you don't waste your time. And then also you don't get catfish. That's a big one because, bro, catfishing is real. Like these girls will use pictures from fucking 2017 on you, and you show up and she's 217. Like fuck that shit, man. Okay, so guys, yeah, bro, it's fucking terrible. So don't become a victim of catfishing. Like understand what you're getting into, and also put her on the spot. Oh, let's do a FaceTime call, etc. Oh my god, I'm not ready. Good. Get her on her back foot. Get her being nervous. Girls respect you more, guys, when they don't know where you stand. Okay. And not giving them that much attention is very important. I got an analogy I want to use, but I don't want to do it on YouTube. Guys, come on over to Rumble real quick. We're gonna go here. And Mo, give me the one where the green light.
Over Rumble, guys. Shit. Come on over,
so I can speak freely.
back.
We got 5,000 digits over on Bubble Bet. Shout
Let's
out to you
go.
guys.
We about to be.
Okay.
So in a few seconds, we'll be back on
Okay.
YouTube.
What are we at now? Okay, so we did number 1 and 2. Now we're on to number
3. They got a better offer, including girlfriends or another guy with a, what'd you say, Mo? Cool, back on YouTube. So they got a better offer, basically. This could come in terms of, for example, having a girlfriends that say, hey, let's go party over here. Let's go dinner over here. But normally it's going to be a guy that says to them, oh, listen, like, we got a mansion party over here and a yacht party, or maybe just like a lit time at a club. Whatever it may be is better than your offer more times than not. So she might even like you, but because the offer is so good, is she going to pass it up? Not really. So I would say what you have to do at that point is, in some level, pique her interest, where like she's actually going to want to go out with you over that better offer. Now, it may not happen right away, like the first time you invite her out, and she may flake that time. But she might see your Instagram stories, see what you're doing, that's fun, exciting, and say, you know what? This guy's interesting. I want to get to know him better or see what he's about. He's piquing my interest. And you're doing it not for her to be specific, but you're doing it because you want to have that value out there as a DH fee. And like I said before, she may get an offer for a yacht party, mansion party. That's cool and all, but I guess it's very boring on some level. But if you pique her interest, maybe your lifestyle, what you do for work, she might actually get into that. So you know what? I'll go with this guy. So off rip, guys, just because her offers, she may say no to you at the very beginning, but over a period of time, through DHV or you just being who the man you are, she may just go for it. But again, offers are on the table for girls every single day through DMs, rappers, athletes, celebrities. Doesn't matter. Those are cool or whatever for the moment. But if you're the man that she wants to be with, she'll make it happen for you. So there you go.
Yeah, so this is going to be one of the biggest hurdles that you guys have to deal with is competition. And it's tough, man. You're going to lose most of the time. Even if you're a guy that has your shit together, you're attractive, you are going to lose most of the time because, simply put, guys, again, the volume at which, you know what, fuck it. Instead of me going ahead and telling you guys about all their options, let's go reverse it real fast so that you guys really understand this shit. Let's say you wake up in the morning, right? You wake up in the morning and then you get a text. Good morning, handsome. I'd love to get breakfast with you. All breakfast on me at this spot right down the street from you. I'll be there in about 2 hours. You're like, oh, that's pretty cool. I am kind of hungry.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Then you get another message.
Pause.
Hey there, stud. I'm going to the gym at 12 p.m. I'd love to go with you. Maybe you could teach me a thing or two.
I'll teach you a couple things.
Right?
Ooh.
Then you get another one. Hey, I'm renting out a boat later on today. I'm going to have some of my girlfriends with me that are going to be all hot, and you know we'd love to have you on. Take some pictures, maybe. Hell, maybe we'll pay you to show up. Ooh. Right? Then another one. Hey, having a penthouse party tonight, 9 p.m. It's going to be great. You can network with some other higher status guys that we're inviting.
Network?
It's going to be great. And I'll have some of my girlfriends there as well. All bad bitches.
Ooh.
Right? Then, hey, what's up, handsome? Just sending you $500 because you're so fucking good looking.
Oh my God.
Thanks for being in my world.
You the one, baby.
Right? Then, another one. Hey there. Let's say your name is Tom. Not the nigga I was talking about earlier.
Pause.
Hey, Tom. I just want to say that you're the most handsome guy I've ever seen. I'd love to go out with you sometime. Are you free tonight?
Why, thank you.
Right. Another one. Hey, Tom. I booked us a dinner at Komodo later tonight if you're available. Let me know. Squinty face. Now, let's go ahead and expand on that. Let's say that happens to you for one day. You'd probably think you're the shit, wouldn't you? You'd be like, damn, maybe I am a stud. Maybe I am.
That's my phone.
Hercules on here, right? Then it happens for 2 days. Well, you're going to think, damn, I'm fucking Thor. I'm like almost on God mode. Now it happens for 7 days. Then you think you're fucking invincible. Let's multiply that by 1 year.
Homelander.
No one could touch you. Let's multiply by 2 years. You're unstoppable.
The boys.
You guys see where the fuck I'm going here? You literally would think you are God's gift to women if you got this type of attention and you got this type of love every single day for nothing more for the fact that you exist and you have a penis. You would become a piece of shit person, wouldn't you? You wouldn't go out and you wouldn't care about going to the gym as much.
Nope.
You wouldn't care about developing yourself mentally.
Nope.
You wouldn't watch certain documentaries to understand what really happened in World War II. You wouldn't do any research to figure out who really runs this country. You wouldn't give a fuck about any of that shit, would you? You would just sit there and be a low IQ moron, not read, not better yourself, not go to the gym. You would just wake up, smoke weed, hang out, and take on free dates all day. Wouldn't you? Yes, you would. My friends, ta-da! That is the life of a modern day girl that's super attractive. That's what it is. And you guys wonder why they behave the way that they do. It's because of everything I just listed. If you got messages like that for days, months, years on end, for nothing more that you exist, you wouldn't fucking feel the need to self-improve either. And you would literally pick the best options that came your way.
You want to become red-pilled in 10 seconds? Hit up a bad chick, a beautiful girl, go to her Instagram, look at her DMs. She's getting offers on a daily, maybe 10 times every 30 minutes. Good offers, by the way. Celebrities, entertainers, athletes, rich guys, business guys, average guys. It's almost like if they could wake up any single day, any time of the day, go to their Instagram and say, okay, what do I want to do today? What offers do I have on the table to go to? And you'd be surprised to see what's in there. And I'm telling you guys, like, you can think you're the shit, you're the richest guy in the world, you're the coolest guy. There's offers out there that you will not believe. I'm telling you, like, they get offers out the wazoo. So understanding that, just know it's competition out there for sure. But again, if you can put that charm on her, if you can put that actual, like, imprint where it's like, okay, you know what? I want to get to know this guy better. Then you can win. And again, it may not happen in the first encounter. Maybe the second, third, maybe the fourth. But through time, maybe Instagram stories, Snapchat stories, whatever that may be, you can do it. So that's number 3. Okay, number 4?
Yeah.
Ready?
Go ahead, you kick it off.
You want some chats first real quick?
Oh, yeah, we could read some chats, actually.
What's the chat saying?
Shout out to all you ninjas in the chats.
Truth and lies.
F&F, I'm a brokey. I started the clipping the podcast. I hope to get full clearance, especially on the newer episodes. I got a copyright claim. I did dispute it. P.S. I did message you guys via Twitter, but it was on an NPC account. Oh, so you're trying to clip the channel. I mean, we need to know what your channel is if we're going to whitelist you, etc. But you got to be doing some views, bro. We don't mind people using our stuff and clipping it, but you gotta get some views. Make sure you do good clips, and then be careful what you clip. How do you go? Yeah, but yeah, go ahead and message us your thing. How do you go about complimenting a girl on her looks, or don't do it at all? Yeah, try to avoid it, man.
If you want to give her a compliment, bro, do it on her actual attire, not her herself.
Or something about her that actually deserves complimenting. Don't just compliment for no reason, man.
Yeah, you'd be surprised just seeing, like, for example, your eyebrows look really good. That's very simple, but they're like, wow, like, you know about eyebrows? There you go.
Afternoon, fellas. Myron, were you able to connect with Coach Greg on the Jubilee video? We've had Coach Greg already on, guys, so go ahead and check that episode. But says love an interview with him, fairly similar views on the world, and especially fitness. Yeah. He was definitely agreeing with me on a lot of the stuff. Obviously, you have to say it in a certain way. Fitness influencers, guys, are kind of restrained in how honest they can be with certain things, but he agreed with me on a lot of the stuff. The other people were being NPCs as usual.
I'll probably see him in Vegas soon coming up.
He's going to be there?
Yeah, he lives there. You forgot?
No, he doesn't. No, he lives in Canada.
Oh,
they're talking about Greg Doucette.
I think I meant Greg Adams.
No, Greg Doucette.
Cool.
Need advice. MMA friend says, I need help. Girls I add off dating apps always delete me after seeing my stories with other girls. You and Sartain teach that women like men who get other women. So am I constantly being removed? Are they insecure? I'm 6'5" and successful. What is in your stories particularly, bro? Are you out here like fucking making out with chicks or whatever? Are you like partying or whatever? Because the thing is that yes, DHVing too much and showing pre-selection too much can come off as forced, and girls might not like that. So yes, you will lose some girls, but you will absolutely gain some as well. So it depends on what type of market you're trying to go towards. If you're over here talking to 35-year-old chicks that like are trying to look for something more serious, then yeah, of course they're gonna fucking remove you because they're looking for something more serious. So it also depends on what demographic of women you're going after as well, which is how you got to tailor your profile. What do we got here? Vigal Rolling Stone says, need advice, smash my friend's wife. What the hell? What? They live in a different state, but I feel shitty about it. We both got drunk, went out in a group, and I gave her the piping of her life. Now she wants to see me again.
What the fuck? What? Yeah, what's wrong with you, man? L-Mans, bro. L-Mans, dog. That's fucked up, bro. Yo, if you know that's your homie's wife, bro, that's messed up, dog. Like, it's one thing to not know that that's his wife, but you know full well that's his wife, bro. Like that,
you gotta be trolling.
That's wild, bro.
That's like a trolling.
Where's
man.
the bro code?
You gotta be trolling.
I hope he's trolling.
Damn, that's messed up, bro. Yo,
you fucked up, bro.
That's some bad karma, bro. That's bad karma, bro.
Yeah.
If it's even real.
This is why it's so important to be friends with only dudes that get chicks. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to, bro. You a thirsty nigga, man.
Like my homie's girl.
You a thirsty boy, man.
Dude, to me, my homie's girl, I can't even see her as a human being, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I see her as? That's his possession. Yeah. Wait, are you
no, we're not. I told you we're on YouTube.
But that's the point. I can't even look at her like a girlfriend or even like a girl. Okay. Any more chats, Bills, before we go? Yes. Okay, Trayvon says, good evening, Myron and Walter. I like when you guys do these shows like this. It brings the throwback feeling of the videos that y'all used to do. Keep bringing us the knowledge and great content. Thank you, guys. Shout out to you, bro. We got you, man.
Some of my favorites, too.
Mary Restro says, yo, Myron, do y'all have a general for
SLC? Salt Lake City, Utah.
I asked Mo 2 weeks ago and no response.
We don't. Not for Salt Lake City. That's not a city that we were thinking about, but hey, man, if you are serious about it and you're thinking about it, message Mo on
Instagram.
Message him on Instagram right now. But you can't be a brokey, man. You got to have your shit together. If you're not a man that other men want to be like, we're not gonna make you a general. You got to lead by example. So, Menline Ninja says WFNF GOAT show, but we need to talk about cold approaching more. More dudes are relying on these lame apps. Maybe another show on approaching. Also, when Hot Twins coming on. I think they said something about July last time I spoke with them and their team. And then cold approaching, we did an episode on cold approaching, but we could do another one if you guys want.
Did we do it with Mystery?
We did talk about cold approaching with Mystery as well, yeah.
Yeah. My Dia says, can you guys open up DMs on demand?
Yes, we can. We can open that for y'all.
Shit, bro.
Not gonna lie, Fit. We need more fitness episodes. You have a lot of knowledge on working out. Yeah, I do. I just don't cover it as much, guys, because I'll be honest with y'all, like, it's very straightforward and simple, and fitness is like a dying genre, if I'm going to be all the way 1,000 with y'all. How do you market yourself on social media if you're a Fed worker? Ooh, okay, well, that's a good question because I used to work for the government, and honestly, yeah, bro, you're going to be restricted depending on your clearance. If you don't have like a high-level clearance, then you can market yourself more. That's what it comes down to. So I don't know what your clearance is, but assuming you have a super high clearance, just make sure you have a couple really good private pictures, good professional photos, and then you can make your profile private. And don't post anything that is that can be, what's the word I want to use here? Divisive is a good term.
So what you can do, like Myron is saying, keep it very professional, but add girls to close friends. So if you want to
do that too,
yeah, add them to close friends. That's how you do it.
Yep. So only the girls see it, and not everybody on your following list. That's a good tip. What else do we got here?
Natty Sack
hey guys, I've been watching for a couple years now. I'm Jamaican. I live on the island. I have a decent paying job and getting consistent in the gym. I love living here, but I need to increase my income. Which business ideas for Money Mondays do you think I can implement from here on the island? Also, I have crypto on Coinbase, but buying and cashing out is no longer supported here. Do you know of any other platform I could transfer these assets to? So for crypto,
because I think he's in Jamaica, right? He says I live on the island.
He said, which business ideas for Money Mondays do you suggest? Yeah, I mean, right now, my friend, yeah, so it's good. You identified your problem. Your problem is you have an income problem. You need to make more money. So what you can do is you could start a side hustle, or you could get another job and then use that money from that job to start a side hustle. I will say, since you don't make that much right now, you could potentially get into ATMs, right? That's something that you don't need as much capital to get into. Watch the episode that we did with Andrew and Bessie. We talk about it in detail, how to go ahead and get your business started when you got little to no money by using credit cards, okay? So watch that episode, Natty Sacks, if you haven't seen it yet.
If he's in Jamaica, he's going to need to focus on tourism type work. That pays pretty well over there because he's in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say too.
Yo, Fed1811, does cutting carbs for your diet lower your libido? BBC gang. For some it can. For some it can.
Why are you talking about that, bro?
Yo, Fit, what's good? Did you guys look into Chris Beck? I really want to see him on FNF. And can you try to get Stephen Greer? I tweeted it on X. I don't know where Stephen Greer, what happened. I know he was in Miami recently. I don't know who that David Beckon guy is though.
I don't know either.
Yeah. Mo, can you research it real quick? Can you bring on Daniel Hakitaujo, the Muslim skeptic, on the show? He is Muslim divorce expert and he talks about the injustice in the Sharia courts, simp imams, and how feminism is taking over. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've never heard that name before, guys. If we're gonna bring a guest on, we want to bring a guest that like a majority of people want. We're not gonna just bring random people on. Like, we need to bring people on that people actually want to see. Like, I have no idea who that guy is, bro. Keeping 1,000 with y'all.
Or that we know personally.
Try to request guests that other people want, guys. We need more types of these shows. It's been a while, and it reminds me of the OGFNF. We got you.
We got you, bro. Always. We got you.
What else do we got here? The only way to be of value as a man is to be fit, fresh, and focus on leading the world. Forget these 3 or 4s. Get your value up. Them 3 or 4s will follow you, and the ones you want, not ran through chicks. Okay, rules as follows. Appreciate that. What else do we got?
I like that quote.
Huh?
Everything else got to do on.
Everything else we got to do on Rumble. We can't do it. Read them on YouTube. Okay, that's fine. What else do we got?
We have number 4, I believe.
Okay.
All right. So the last 3 we'll do on CastleClub because these are kind of in detail. Actually, we should do it now, bro. We should do these on CastleClub or Rumble only.
All right, we can.
Yeah, these are kind of like raunchy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, definitely can't do them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, ninjas, come on over. We could do Rumble and CastleClub.
Yeah.
Stay on Rumble a little bit longer. Guys, come on over to
Rumble.
Or actually, you know what? No, just toggle off to we don't got to turn the stream off. We'll just toggle off to Rumble real quick.
Yeah. Cool.
While we do this. That's another thing too. Like some of you guys might hook up with a girl, right? And then like you'll hit her up, and then she don't respond to you. Like someone asked this question before.
Yeah.
Like I hooked up with this girl, and then she like started ghosting me, whatever. Bro, there could be a multitude of reasons. It could be buyer's remorse. It could be another guy came back into the picture. You were just a little fling, right? You caught her at the right time. Like women are super emotional, so like how they feel at the time dictates what they do. Okay. Again, one more time for you guys. A lot of the times they're very emotional. So how they feel at the time dictates what they do. So if they're feeling like young and wild and free, they'll hook up with a guy that they meet at a club or whatever, but then the next day they might regret and say, oh my God, I feel so bad, and then they'll go back to the guy that they had before. Like it's very unpredictable, right? A lot of times. So this is just a game, guys. This is just a game. When you're a guy and you've been in it for a bit and you've dealt with a good amount of ladies, you'll just know this stuff. It just happens. You can't take it personal. You can't get mad, and that's just what it is. Like there's so many different things that could come into play, man. Like there's so many variables that you can't control. That's why I tell you guys it's so important to handle the variables that you can control, like your own sexual market value, the way that you look, your fitness and stuff like that, because you want to maximize your SMV so you can mitigate a lot of the problems that you're going to deal with naturally from dealing with girls. I mean, you look, we're telling you guys all this shit can happen, and some of you guys are in the chat are like, fuck, man, fuck this shit. I was like, this is what I'm up against, whatever. So if you have all these things that you're up against, like at least dominate the things that you can control.
Yeah. All right, that's good. Last two here. Number 6 is she just enjoys attention from guys. So as you guys know, girls love attention. Social media, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever that may be, they want to cry on camera, tell you their feelings to get your comments and likes on their posts. Now, bigger, I want to say, orgasm of like attention is when you make a guy get mad at you for flaking, or for example, be invested in this date and then flake. Because you can say, oh, this guy's mad at me. Look what he texted me. I didn't show up on the date. He got mad. Look what he said to me. They put you in a group chat, laugh at you, whatever. That is the worst thing that they can do. But that's what they do. They want attention so bad to show their friends that, oh, I made this guy flake, whatever. And what happens is, you as a guy is like, damn, I set up the date, made a reservation, whatever. I missed work, whatever you did to make this day happen. And she's laughing because, oh, just for attention or maybe for make her friends laugh. The point, guys, is that like sometimes they're just bad people. And even though they want to say, oh, I'm a good girl, whatever, bro, she's flexing on you because she wants attention. So it happens all the time, man. It happens all the time.
Yeah. This is, I guess, where you get into more like the negative side.